Hello, welcome. It's Aaron again, bringing you another random rounding video. I started this on the first day of fall in 2025. It is September 22nd at 9:39 a.m. I don't think the actual equinox takes place until 2:19 Eastern Daylight Time, which would be 1:19 my time. I am in St. Louis. I'm in Central Standard Time. So, the official equinox is not until this afternoon. But this will be the first day of fall, September 22nd, 2025. I hope it's been a brutal summer in St. Louis. I hope it cools off quickly. It's still gonna be 80 degrees today on the first day of fall. But it's watching me now. Here I am begging for a cooler days, and watch it be a brutal winter again. I think we had a mild winter yesterday. we had a mild winter yesterday. Last year, I meant to say, of course. I'm just an idiot, that's all. Sometimes idiots like me say idiotic things. I made a video that I entitled, Naked Black People on YouTube, and I got a comment on that video saying, yet another racist. Obviously, that idiot didn't watch the video. They just, saw the title and decided I'm a racist. By saying black people, that doesn't make you a racist. Not saying negative things toward black people makes you a racist, but just saying black people doesn't make you a racist. Because there are what they refer to as black people, and there are white people. Just like saying white people doesn't make you a racist. I once got in trouble or almost got jumped in a nursing home because I was talking about, we were playing chess, and I said something about the black pieces. I was playing the black side, and I was playing the black pieces, and my opponent was playing the white pieces. And I said something about black. Someone overheard me say something about black. And they got mad, and they were about to bum rush me because I said black. I was talking about fucking chess. Now you can't even say black at all. I guess they're the white pieces and the African American pieces. Whatever. It's not a big deal to me. It's just kind of fucked up that you can't say a word that's not a racial slur and still be considered a racist. I didn't say the N word. I didn't call anybody. I can't even say any other racial slur that I didn't call them, because then I would have said the racial slur. But I didn't call anybody any racial slur. I just said that YouTube doesn't allow naked black men on YouTube. I was talking about my roommate who got out of bed bucket naked and started to walk over to my computer where I was making a video. And I told him to stay away, and he walked over anyway. And I was talking about how I was angry because YouTube doesn't allow. I meant to say, well, first I meant to say naked people, just naked people, but I said YouTube doesn't allow naked. No, I meant to say YouTube doesn't allow naked people on video. But I accidentally said YouTube doesn't allow black people on video, which is silly, of course. Of course, YouTube allows black people on video. Many very successful YouTubers are black, and they should be allowed, of course, and they should be successful in so many situations. They shouldn't be unsuccessful because they're black. I know that. I'm just digging myself a hole, so. All right. I don't know. Now that I'm going to get called a racist again for that, for saying the word black so many times. The guy on TV is wearing black shoes. Does that make me a racist too? Let's see. He's using a black cue stick too. Does that make me a racist? He's got a black shaft and a black butt. It's a black pull cue. That makes me a racist. That guy in the audience is wearing a black shirt. You fucking racist. It's the same situation as when people say you're racist if you say you have black friends. Well, isn't that the opposite? I have many friends who are black that are very dear to me. They're like my brothers. They're dear friends of mine. If I was racist, as this gentleman called me, not gentleman, I guess I'll call him a gentleman. I don't know him to call him anything else. But if this person that left me a comment calling me a racist knew how much I care about these people, I wonder if he'd still call me a racist. I want to know how I'm a racist if I have such dear people in my life that are black. That's the epitome of, that's the cliche of someone saying they have black friends. It means they're racist. But I never got that. I never understood that, I mean. I got some coffee, making some video. Slurp, slurp, sorry. It's the only way to sip coffee. It's the only way to drink coffee is to slurp it. I think. I don't take my coffee black. Does that make me a racist? I'm sure it does. This is all because I was called a racist by this guy in my comments section. I want to know why I'm a racist. He won't be able to back it up. But I just have to comment. I just replied to his comment by saying wrong. I wrote wrong, exclamation point. Wrong. Because he's wrong. I'm not a racist. And he's calling me a racist because the title of my video had the word black in it. That's why he's calling me a racist. He didn't watch the video, I'm sure, or he would know why the title had the word black in it. And that's why I'm a racist, because I had the word black in my title. I could have been talking about chess. If I was talking about chess in my video and said black versus white, he would, instead of watching the video, he just would have deemed me a racist. That's how it works. If you say, so often if you say anything about black people or black in general, you're considered a racist. I said nothing negative about my roommate being naked other than the fact that I couldn't get him on YouTube. I didn't call him a naked N-word. And naked is an N-word, but I didn't call him any racial slur. I just said that he was black and naked. And he was both black and naked. Now, I agree there was no reason for me to clarify that he was black. You can't be naked on YouTube no matter what color you are. Well, it just came out. I meant to say YouTube doesn't allow naked people on video. And it came out YouTube doesn't allow black people on video. I was going to say, I don't know, whatever. If you don't understand what I'm saying by now, you're not going to. You're just going to continue to call me a racist. So there you go. That's what's up. That's what's up, YouTubes. That's what's up, tubes. It is what it is, tubes. I love Cobra's food hacks. All he did was crumple up some jalapeno Cheetos on whatever he made, and that was his food hack. Cheese and jalapeno Cheetos was his food hack. You want to make your pizza better? Crumple up some jalapeno Cheetos on there and add some more cheese. That's my food hack. Now I'm going to go make a drink combo. Because I originated that too. No one's ever been mixing soda and alcohol before. Not until I started doing combinations did anyone do them. Now they all started copying off of me. Seagram 7 and 7 Up copied off of me because I was doing drink combinations. That's what I don't know. This is definitely negative toward Cobra. I'm going for that. And this guy looked like this guy had his avatar or his whatever it's called was Cobes. It looked like a pencil drawing of Cobra. King Cobra JFS I'm talking about. God rest his soul. Well, God won't rest his soul because he was a self-proclaimed devil worshiper. So he's burning in hell right now. Which is where he belongs. Those who denounce Jesus and worship the devil belong in hell. Burning away. And I would love to ask Cobra right now, hey, did the devil give you extra special treatment because you worshipped him your whole life? I'm sure he has not. That's the answer. No, he has not. Because the devil doesn't give two shits how you feel about him. He knows that he just wants your soul to, he just knows that if Jesus doesn't have your soul, then he does. I think it's funny. He went to the same place my sister went to, and she didn't worship the devil. She just didn't believe in Jesus. Oh, no, she didn't believe that Jesus was the Son of God anymore. She did at one point. I know she did. We grew up in a household where church was very important. We went every single Sunday. I grew up with the faith for sure. And so did my sister, I believe. But at some point she lost it. At some point I lost the faith in my life as well. But I got it back when tragedy almost struck. I found God. I found Jesus again, and a lot of things came from my stroke that were positive things. If I was a racist, I couldn't live here in this nursing home because that's all there is. Now, the residents and the aide, the staff, the aides, I meant to say, I mixed up aides and staff with staids. The staff are all black, 100%. There are no white staff members that work in this whole building. There's no white people that work here. There are some white people that live here, but there are no white people that work here. Does that make me a racist because there's no white people that work here? I didn't tell them not to get a job here. It's a shit home. I wouldn't go. They probably don't pay very well either. That's probably why they don't work here. That's probably why good aides don't work here. I'm not saying just because you're white, you're a good aide. I could go into something. I could go into that. My feelings on white aides versus black aides, but I won't. I do believe there's a difference. I've lived in nursing homes for 17 years now, and there's a definite difference in the work ethic between the white aides and the black aides. I'm not saying which is better, which is worse. I'm just saying there's a difference. You may draw a conclusion on your own, is what I mean, because you already are self-predetermined, probably, that I'm a racist. But it might surprise you what I feel. I've had very few white aides in the 17 years that I've lived in nursing homes. I could probably count them on both hands, but I can't. I can't put the fingers up on my left hand, but I can use the fingers to count on. I probably have had 10 white aides or less in the 17 years that I've been living at these various nursing homes. And just the aides and the staff members at nursing homes are just predominantly black in St. Louis anyway. I don't know about your city or where you live, but I can tell you in St. Louis, I've lived in 7 different homes, and each one of them, the aides were either 100% or predominantly black. And that's just the way it is. Doesn't make me a racist. I can't imagine. That's just the way it is. I will say that some of my favorite aides are black. I've had some great black aides, and I've had the few white aides I've had have been very good, coincidentally. But my favorite aides have been black aides. In the very few white aides I've had, I've been fortunate enough to have some very good aides. I would say a much higher percentage of the white aides I've had are good aides compared to the percentage of black aides I've had being good aides. That's all I meant when I said that I have an opinion on black aides versus white aides. Just percentage-wise, because I have such a small pool to take from, percentage-wise, the white aides are better than the black aides because there's such a every aide I've had for the most part has been black. So to say that it's the same percentage would be silly because there's a much smaller pool to take from in the white aides. That's just the way it's going to be. That's mathematics. Mathematics doesn't make me racist, does it? I can't imagine why mathematics makes me a racist, but I'm sure someone will find a reason why it does. I mean, my favorite aides have been black because the majority of my aides have been black. So my very favorite aide of all time not only was, well, this is something different. This would call me misogynistic now, too. The great majority of the aides I've had not only have been black, but they've been female. I've had very few male aides. But I would say, all in all, the male aides, black or white, are much better than the female aides on percentage-wise. Overall, I would say. I've had white male aides, and I've had black male aides. And the males work harder, I would say, than the females for the most part. and just in my mind on the average anyway. My very favorite aide I've had at all was a black male. A black male aide. His name was Andre. I won't dox his last name in case he doesn't want me to. But his name is Andre. He worked with me when I was living in St. Charles, Missouri, just across the bridge from St. Louis, where I live now, where I was born and raised. His name is Andre. His cousin Tim also worked there, a black male, who was also another fantastic aide. It was many people at the home's favorite aide. Watching pool. And once again, this player is wearing black shoes with a black shirt and using an all black cue. I'm sure that makes me racist. Not him, me. What's going on here? Oh. There was a row of white people with one black man in the audience. That makes me racist too by pointing it out, right? Well, I was just pointing it out because I'm pointing out black. I don't know. Whatever. I guess I'm a racist. I'll entitle this "I'm a Racist." Anyway, here I go. I'm gonna hang it up now after how long? 16 minutes and a half. 16 and a half minutes. I'm gonna hang it up. Two Fingers A-Dub Club. See you when I see you. Pizza rolls.